Hi, is Mark Zuckerberg there, please? Hi, Mark. It's Lori Welbourne. Hey, I have a Facebook friend named Christy Gordon. She does the weather on Global. You might know her. Anyway, she has this imposter on Facebook that's just awful. Can you please delete their account? Well, I guess that wasn't the right Mark Zuckerberg either. So what do you think about Facebook?
What do I think about it? Well, I think it's a bit of a pain in the
It's my best friend and my arch enemy. I wish I could say I loved it, but I use it more as a tool for business. And anybody who truly knows me knows, don't send me a message on Facebook, pick up the phone and give me a call.
Sort of indifferent, really. I don't have an actual Facebook account, believe it or not, so I haven't really looked into it too much.
It's a little too invasive for me.
I love connecting with people that I knew in my past, my long past.
Ever had anybody from your past contact you, or?
Yes, not the right people. People I didn't want to find me. That's why I don't like that.
I like Facebook. It's very good for its purpose, and that is to connect with people that you basically already know. I really like Twitter a lot more for the reason that I really like to expand my social circle. So it's a very low threshold on Twitter to follow and unfollow others.
I use it as a way of getting my business out there and a way to getting out who I really am, and hopefully that I get portrayed in a positive light.
Do you have any strange experiences yourself?
Oh, of course, there's several men that are adoring fans of Angela O'Brien in foreign countries and would just love to woo me. Yeah, delete. I'm happily married.
People kind of creep on you a little bit. They look at your page and they think that's all you are. So I don't really like that part of it.
I have a friend who has an imposter on Facebook, meaning that they've set up an account as them and put pictures of their family and all that kind of stuff and is answering people and talking to people as that person. If somebody did that to you, what would you do?
My goodness, if someone set up an imposter site pretending to be me, what would I do? Well, my inclination would be to break their legs. But since I'm of the legal bent, I guess what I'd want to do is to sue their
I'd be all over Facebook and any channel that they have to regain my privacy. I mean, that kind of stuff, I think there is a bit of an honor code that has to be adhered to, and I would basically do what I had to pull everything off. But I've had a couple friends who went through that and they're now completely off Facebook, period.
I'd slap a lawsuit. I would get out there and try and get them off Facebook, and then obviously, I mean, isn't that slander? That's what it is legally.
It's an anonymous person. Would you report it to Facebook?
Oh, sure. If you want to start at the beginning of the process, I guess this first step to deal with such a situation would be to contact Facebook themselves and see if they'll deal with it for me. But if they were unwilling to do so, then I guess my step would be to include them in the lawsuit.
Perhaps contacting Facebook itself, although I don't know, they probably get a heck of a lot of emails with stuff like that. Beyond that, I don't know.
But I know there was one girl that at the end of the day, she had to go through letting all her creditors know, all her friends know, everything, that she was not this imposter. And it can really ruin reputations, but I also know that it is a network that does kind of police itself a little bit, which is very heartening. How
do you sue somebody that you don't know who it is?
Well, our system has a method for that. You can name them as John Doe. And when you figure out eventually who they are, you can substitute their real name for John Doe. But Facebook would be a party to the lawsuit as well, because they're the ones who have the capacity to make the change.
Is there a legal way of finding out who that person is, though? Like, could you go to the police and then they would be able to track that person down?
Gee, I don't know to what extent the police would be able to assist. I'm certain that with all the resources, CSI resources that are police systems have in this country, they could figure out who it is. The thing is, there would have to be an alleged criminal conduct in order for the police to take an interest and put their resources into correcting that conduct. And I don't know off the top of my head what criminal code offense would be breached by such conduct. I assume there would be one. And secondly, whether the RCMP would find it a significant enough offense to draw those kinds of resources to it.
Do you think that you would be able to expect a reply from Facebook?
Yeah, Facebook's pretty big. So yeah, I guess I used to be out of luck there. I didn't really think of that. That's kind of scary.
When you have like a regular corporation or something that has a physical base, like an office or whatever, you can always call them up or go by the office. But when it's something like Facebook that's just kind of out there, it's kind of hard to know who you would even talk to. I don't know. I guess you could send them an email, but I don't know if that would do much good or not.
One of the things Facebook could do to improve is to adopt verified accounts, such as Twitter is doing. There's no confusion if a page is really the person that they say that they are, and on Facebook you have no clue. In Twitter they have a little check mark with every account of a celebrity that shows that it's the actual celebrity itself.
All in all, it's probably 70% good and 30% bad. So I'll stay on there for now. I got about almost 800 friends. So.
Where's pound? I don't understand. How do I press pound?